How we doing, folks? Good morning, good morning. Spend that. I've got a booster pack to open. I got a couple of booster packs to open. Look at that. Howdy, Darth. Morning, Roderick. Is it not usually hot in August for you? I feel like it's been consistently hot in August for a long time here. Morning, Francisco. This current expansion is one of the best pockets ever done. Really good mix of new decks and also older ones. Hey, look, a blunder pick finally got me a card I was missing. It's missing second Cleffa. I don't know that we're ever gonna play two Cleffa in something, but we can now. We have the option to. That was the last functional card I needed from this expansion. Quick 2-star check this morning. Yeah, we've had a lot of ups and downs here. We had a bunch of 90-degree days. I think it's going to be 100 plus this weekend. Red dots you can't actually clear should be illegal in mobile games. This is the real legislation real people need to make their lives better. Immutable red dots. Is this a new card? I feel like I haven't seen this text box before. Do 10 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Have you tested any Uatu decks? I would be shocked if that card is anything other than unplayable. So, no. We're finally to a point where I might start trying out some of the things that are likely unplayable, but Uatu is likely just trash. Horsey and the Chinicho are unique. Okay. Yeah, the Chin seems okay too. It's a shame Kingdra's trash. Speaking of trash, woof. Ain't nothing but a hound dookie. I don't know. I find Pokemon Pockets not a super satisfying, like, make the unplayable thing work type game, just because, like, This game honestly rivals Magic the Gathering for the number of non-games that it has. That's not to say it's inherently bad, but it's just like, you can literally get on the scoreboard with anything because there's just like a large chunk of games where your opponent's deck just basically doesn't function. I don't find those games very satisfying or interesting. They should make batch opening for promo packs. They should do a lot of things. They should do a lot of things. Speaking of bad deck lists, subscribers on the Twitch side and members on the YouTube side, we are taking deck submissions this morning. If you have anything you would like to inflict upon me, no matter how good or bad, you can send that in using the link pinned above the chats. And jump on into our first pile of cards here in a minute. River Ghost, thank you for the third of a year. Welcome back. Let's peruse things I've worked on or haven't finished up. I put this together. I feel like it's probably just a bad version of the Espeon deck, yeah? There's no way this is good. I don't think it's worth playing. I think it's too similar to other better things. I wouldn't mind working on some T-Tar. It seems like a fine pile for Tyrogue. You curve Tyrogue into Tyranitar. Let's give this one a go. Poisoned! Oh no! How am I supposed to play a good honest game of Slappy Knuckle when you're threatening to poison my baby like that? This is completely uncivil and inhumane. This is one of the games of Pokemon Pocket for all time, for sure. This is such a convenient game to have appear here on our screens after we talked about how this game has more non-games than Magic the Gathering, it feels like. It's funny, because, like, if we would have found Larvitar into Tyranitar, it actually wouldn't have been the end of the world that we had to put energy on Tyrogue. You played any Magic the Gathering recently? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Alright, we're just cooked. We'll go next. I think Magic the Gathering is far too expensive of a game to play casually, and they don't make a good competitive game anymore and haven't for a long time. Hitmontop. We have a new Hitmontop. Yeah, it'll actually be a Gallade Hitmontop highlight on the channel tomorrow, I think. What style of cards do you like to see for less non-games? I mean, the non-games are a feature, gamers. They're not a bug. Yeah, it's part of the non-games are part of how they keep the game fast, absolutely. Yep. Okie dokie, artichoke. I would be incredibly surprised if Shadowverse did any balance passes before their next set. So, I think I'm probably on a Shadowverse hiatus until then. Their current metagame is not well balanced. Thanks. Appreciate you. We're actually just done on board, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna delete the Tyranitar deck and do something else. I have no deck submissions as of yet this morning. We'll take, I agree to like 3 hours of pockets. It's time to take like 2 or 3. Depending on how good or bad they are. Like to put a hat on my bird. He's eating the hat, chat. Our opponent having one of those games like we just had a bunch of. As you will, opponent. Now Scarbory gets its power from eating the hat, absolutely. Build a grass deck that doesn't play Executor. Okay. Thank you for the submission, comics. Play something with the new Cleffa. Yeah, we could definitely do that. Thanks for the tips, Bang. Let's say we have room for one more deck submission this morning. Pass those two. Alright, and then we're just gonna heal right on back up to full here. Close enough to it. Understandable, Gimmer. What are the upsides of playing these 18 trader decks? You don't really have non-games on your side. You get to always have something that can attack at least. It would be nice if we can go first, though. Or go second, I mean. Apron's a lovely pull. Do you have any thoughts on 18 Trader Scarbory versus 17 with one baby Scarb? I think if you're playing a 17 or 18 Trader deck, you need to accept your deck probably isn't very good anyways and stop making your deck worse so you could hedge Oricorio in one type of matchup. Gamers stop making their deck worse against the field to make their bad matchup slightly less bad, challenge level impossible. Adding an Oricorio answer to your deck is not free. You have to draw that Oricorio answer in lots of matchups where it is not good. Alright, so I take 50, 60, 70, 80 less. I take 30. And then next turn, I take 30 less and heal. So I could survive 2 big hits off of this with Jasmine into Pokemon Center Lady. Oh, and actually, I could just kill this next turn with Giovanni, yeah? Just filtering this out so that way it's not in our deck when we get red carded or Mars. Then we'll Pokemon Center Lady because we're taking 30 less from attacks. So we're only going to take 80 next turn. Defense. Defense. So I'm gonna go ahead and Sabrina to take a knockout this turn guaranteed because I have the Cyrus as the follow-up. So if I take 1 point now, next turn I can take the 2 other points with Cyrus unless they have an incredible amount. They would need like double, they would need like Center Lady plus a potion, yeah? So take my guaranteed 1, and then we'll be able to take the 2 follow-up next turn with the Cyrus. Whereas, if I take the 2 points this turn, my opponent could evolve both of their remaining Pokemon, and then I don't have lethal the next turn. So they must have missed on their Dawn Fan, but we had a bleed either way there. So you can't just add 1 Scarbory to this deck and that baby Scarbory to this deck and assume you're gonna hit 50 points or 60 early consistently with Geo, because it's not gonna be your lead Pokemon a majority of the time. It's just gonna be this awkward extra thing that comes up periodically. And if you give up a 1-point knockout or get Sabrina'd into it, then they only have to kill 2 things instead of 1 little thing and a big thing instead of killing 2 big things. It greatly reduces the total amount of damage your opponent has to deal over the course of the game. There's a lot of downside. Alright, we've gone first in 100% of games so far, but we've also had Scarbory I'd won every time, so... a little bit of bad luck, a little bit of good luck. This is 100% to Tempo Sabrina angle, yeah? I think we're just Jasmining this turn, yeah? Absolutely. How do you feel about the Raichu Arceus deck? I think it's very serviceable. I think the baby Pokemon letting you accelerate are very good. Giving everybody at home a very valuable lesson here about how to deal with Oricorio. Just go next. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Burst energy advantage feels like cheating. Sylveon's weak to metal, yeah. Paying homage to its fairy lineage. Tina EVs, probably what's it called? Greninja? Red's not a terrible draw. Let's crack Tina a little faster. Alright, taking 80 less next turn. That does take my Sabrina away, which is annoying. I think bricking on the second Scarbory bead here means we're dead. I guess we can find it next turn and still be okay. I needed to redraw the Sabrina organically or top deck Scarbory. / Pokeball. We take 20 less, 30 less, 80 less. We're taking 50 still. If we'd have hit the other Scarbory, it'd actually been okay there, yeah. Am I on 2 Pokeball in here? I should check that. We should probably be on 2 Pokeball. What past Jeff put together in here. Cut. Do you have any interest in checking out the Bazaar now that it's going to release on Steam? I know you were hesitant before. I was hesitant before, and now apparently they're turning it into a $40 one-time purchase game. That stuff is DOA. Could not be more dead. I can't imagine trying to release a strategy style game like this is a $40 game as a... Now, I think I want Rocky helmets some of the time. I think I always want a piece of gear for each of my things. I think 3 of those is fine. It's probably like the copy of Red or a Giovanni. We'll go one on Geo-Red. What about Tyrogue? If you're looking for a good auto battler game, you should join us playing Once Upon a Galaxy. They're developers that actually understand how to have a reasonable model for their game. Very fun, good core game loop, very reasonable monetization. Brotherhood, thank you for the 53 months. Welcome back. I have not played any games with Swana, no. Rats. Got me. Thanks for the Jasmine Gamer. Appreciate you. So, we're taking 10 damage from Fairy Wind this turn, and we get to crack them for 90 on the backswing. Second Scarbory is lovely. A Rocky Helmet chip shot's likely to matter. I think I'd rather have Steel Apron. I do not find Shadow versus current metagame fun. I do not expect to play it until they release a new expansion or do a balance pass. I know this is kind of funny as someone who played a lot of Roach last season, but I think Roach being a really popular deck actually makes their game worse. It is a pretty deeply unfun style of deck to play against constantly. Non-interactive linear combo should probably not be the best thing in your metagame. Randomly dying from full defense is not great play pattern. It should be fringe playable, but it should never be something you're playing against constantly. Is there any logic behind putting tags on Twitch? No, tags on Twitch are useless and don't do anything. I think Pocket would be a much better game if they did regular balance passes. I think regular balance passes for live service games are excellent. I think Pocket would be a better game if they did them. I think too often when I talk about balance passes for live service games and card games, people focus way too much on nerfs. And Pocket is an absolutely quintessential perfect candidate for this is a live service game that would benefit in a huge way from doing periodic buffs. Imagine if 2 weeks into every season, halfway in between pack releases, they just took a bunch of cards that are unplayable and made their numbers better. I think that would be pretty sweet. Alright, Geo is lethal next turn. I just don't think they can keep up with the Scarbs. I accept. I accept. All right, let's throw this abomination on the screen. We're going to play at least a few more games with it when we get back. We've had a few good ones this morning. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Don't go anywhere, gamers. We're going to have some more viewer decks following this one this morning. If you're watching on the YouTube side, consider tapping the like button. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps the content reach more people. If you like that I'm back to doing regular Marvel Snap content, that's a great way to help it stick around. Wouldn't take a lot for a lot of cards in Pokemon to be playable, like plus 10 damage would go a long way. Yeah, I agree, Bandana. A lot of plus 10s and minus 10s and a lot of abilities. And like, that's it, like, there's so, like, this game would be such a good game to do life balance on, because there's so many numbers you could change on the cards that would change their playability to such a large degree, right? Like plus 10 HP here, plus 10 damage there, or retreat costs from 2 to 1, like, all sorts of levers on things that are otherwise unplayable that could move the needle in a really meaningful way. Grass energy, eh? Buzz will make sense. Have you built a deck with every EX and 3 diamond cards you've wanted to try? No, of course not. Plenty of things to poke at. Darkrai feels like a card, and them getting close to making a fun card to play, but taking it too far out of balance doesn't feel good to play with or against. I don't know that I agree with that one. I think Darkrai's design is largely fine, and people are just tired of playing against things that are good. People just don't like playing against good decks for a long period of time. It's honestly a good example of you're never going to please the gamers, so maybe the question is, should you even try? Because, like, if you have a card that doesn't get power crept, that is playable for a long time, people complain that it's been playable for a long time and they don't want to play against it anymore. But if you power creep and make things that were previously playable no longer relevant, people complain that the power creep is incessant and why are we playing this game? It's the age-old adage, the only thing gamers like more than playing their game is bitching about the game that they play. This game definitely reinforcing my mind. I really want the 3 pieces of equipment here. I really want equipment in every game that we play. Wow, they're playing Potion, Erica, and Cape. That's so much sustain. Well, this means we're not dead to retreat into Lucamines. We're taking 30 less next turn. So that's nice. Using the Typhlosion, Uatu decks. They seem really bad. Having to assemble 2 evolutions and then flip a coin to knock out one thing, and then your whole thing falls apart if your opponent can clear your Uatu on the backswing. Doesn't seem remotely competitive. Oh, they can't Lucamine when I don't have points. That's such a good call. Forgot that card does that. I'm going to swap this out here because this one takes 30 less from attacks, meaning we don't die to Big Beat. Whereas this one would only be taking 20 less from attacks, so it would die to Big Beat. And by the time they hit this twice, we'll have energy back on this one. Got me. It's possible I should have played the helmet out, but I kind of wanted another Steel Apron. Cyrus is a nice draw. Potion here means that with its built-in damage reduction, we won't die to a Big Beat next time. Husky Pete, thank you for the 21 months of Prime. Appreciate that. Welcome back. Been traveling for a few weeks. How's Pocket been treating you? This current expansion for Pocket's really good. Did a pretty fantastic job overall. It's funny they can't just punch us because we have 30 damage reduction. All right, and then with our copy of Cyrus, we're hopefully good to go here. Give Scarbory something to eat here. He's a hungry boy. Dead to red. Oh, they messed up. They only had 1 energy in their discard pile. That's fine. They're dead to the Cyrus anyways, but they would have been cooked even without it because of their mistake. You are dead to me now. All of my time has disappeared into Once Upon a Galaxy. I'm Platinum 2 and level 23 on the pass. I'm not gonna lie. I just won more to like 1 a.m. a couple of nights in the last week on Once Upon a Galaxy. It's genuinely one of, if not the best bite-sized strategy game I've ever played. The async is so good. We're gonna play some more Galaxy at the very end of the stream today. We're gonna do a few hours of Pocket and a few hours of Snap, and then we're gonna close on a couple hours of that again. All right, so what's the math on surviving 2 Tina hits? Jasmine plus Steel Wing plus the equipment is minus 80. We take 50. And then I need to prevent... And then I'm preventing 30 the following turn. So I need a Pokemon Center Lady, or I need some combination of 2 Jasmine and Pokemon Center Lady to survive 2 Tina hits on Scarbory. Backup Scarbory sounds lovely. Alright, looks like Ninja Espeon stuff. Can we dodge a Ninja for a couple of turns? That would be ideal. Froakie, this turn's a little scary. Messes up our Giratina survival math. Come on! Bellow! Bellow! There you go. Good, Satan. Who's a good Satan? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Oh, Dimmer, thanks for the tip. Something with Swana. Yeah, you'll be our last submission today. Appreciate it. Irida. Yowza. Another Steel Apron. An Energy. A Jasmine. Oh, wait. Do any of these... Does this thing still die to freaking Greninja? It does, doesn't it? Which... unironically, that's a reason to have played these in the other order, right? I should have gone Jasmine Pokemon Center Lady, as opposed to what I did. If I would have gone Jasmine Pokemon Center Lady, we'd have 20 more health right now. Or 50 more health, something like that. Some amount more that would have been meaningful. Does Sabrina Cyrus still drag us across the finish line? It might. Oh! Oh! She still applies to the second Scarbory! Okay, no, we're fine. We're fine. Nobody panic. Everything is fine. I don't even need to Sabrina then, right? I scrack him for 90? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Full art Jasmine would never let us down, shit. All right, one in 4.5 to top deck the Cyrus here. But we're also not in danger of dying, right? Like, this Sylveon is only dealing 40 to us next turn. One in 4 to top deck lethal. So I take 40 from their things down to 80, and then they only do 30 on an attack, right? And then the Sabrina is lethal next turn. Or sorry, they can't kill me, and then yeah, cool. Can't get through my metal band, gamers. I think the current opponent's deck is the worst deck people are playing right now, unironically. Like, it's anecdotally so popular when I play on the ladder, and it just does not seem remotely powerful. Even if I didn't have the Sabrina, my Scarbory still wasn't done on board here, right? Because it's taking 40 down to 40, and then it's only taking 30 from a Mist Slash. Scarbory on 1, lucky. Yeah, first energy advantage, even luckier. Oricorio. Do I want to try and play against Oricorio? I don't know how I do, gamers. I technically have a Rocky helmet. I don't know if it's worth my time. Two Oricorios! Alright. Mercy. Mercy! Our Umbreon Espeon matchup seems alright. Metal being super effective into Sylveon gives us a little bit of boost. We've got a lot of sustain for their smaller bits of damage. Morning, Pablo. With the current metagame, do you think Baby Umbreon is worth exploring? No, probably not. I think the decks that are largely basic Pokemon can deal either chip shot damage with Darkrai, or they can switch their active Pokemon very easily with what's it called? An Umbreon. Umbreon doesn't apply a blanket effect, right? It applies it specifically to the active Pokemon. So if they switch, it gets out. Or am I misremembering? How is Baby Umbreon templated? If it's a global effect, it might be fine, but if it's applying it to the specific basic you're hitting, yeah, that's not good. Yeah, retreat clears it. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't seem like a playable effect. It's a little bit of an aggressive Jazzbay, but my hand is really full, so I think it's worthwhile. Griffin Bruce. I know Pocket has a lot of new folks in the channel, so if you're wondering exactly how long I've been here, thank you for the 108-month resubscription. Gosh, 96 months is 8 years. That means 108 is 9 years? That's so many years, video gamers. That's so many years. Hope your personal sphere is doing all right. Through the gestures vaguely at the world. All right, everybody, I would say buckle up. But this isn't exactly going to be a bumpy ride. Maybe grab some caffeine so you don't fall asleep is a better nomenclature. We're gonna be here for a minute, chat. I'm actually not going to attach additional energy here because the opponent's deck often plays a copy of Espeon that deals damage equal to total energy on your opponent's side of the board. So I'm gonna let Scarbory just chill on 2 here. The fact that they have 4 Pokemon to rotate through is probably going to be their saving grace. We have at most 2. Kaka! Kill the old steel wig here. think we're cooked. Because they can kind of just rotate these two back and forth, right? Healing 60 per turn. You tried Tyranitar. We actually started with Tyranitar this morning, and it's the fastest I've deleted a deck in a while. We just go ahead and Jasmine here as a deterrent. Don't have anything else to do. Have you played with all the EX in the set? And I have not. Things like Shuckle just don't seem worth exploring. Big waste of an EX slot. So we're taking 30 here down to 80. There is all of the above Entei, Riku, and Suicune in this set, and they are all largely unplayable. It's going to be really disappointing if we don't get playable EX versions of them in the mini set. It'd be a big miss. What do you think of Shuckle charging another grass EX behind it? I don't know. Probably not good. This matchup just doesn't seem winnable. Wait, 10 extra damage? Are they... We're taking 20 less? They have a second EV bag? Second EV bag kills me, yeah? Did they click the wrong button? Or are they retreating here? I'm very confused. Okay, so they're going to 50. And then if they have another heal past that, they could live the Cyrus from the second Scarbory. Silver is very good against straight 2 Trader deck. Do they have another potion or something then? That doesn't save you from Cyrus. They have potion on top of 2 EV bag? Opponent seems to have hurt themselves in confusion. And then Sylveon EX loses this race because we're dealing 90 to them and they're only dealing 50 to us. I think I want to hit their active, right? I could deal 100 with this Giovanni, and then even if they SP on next turn, I still kill them with Cyrus. Kenobi, thank you for the Hawaii 5-0. Appreciate the 50 months. So they need Espeon plus a Cape Beer to beat the Cyrus. Oh yeah, we're weakness, right? So they need even more than that. All right. They got me, Chip. Gotta redraw it. We're odds here. We're 62% to redraw the Cyrus there. That's so annoying. Pokemon Center Lady means we're not dead yet, though. So I got that going for us. Again, not playing extra energy out because they typically have an Espeon that deals damage based on how much energy is on the thing. You know, they'd already played 2 EV bags. Maybe I was supposed to research. No, I needed the healing, right? Because I was only taking... I was taking 30 less. Did I need the healing? I would have taken... I'd be at 50, and I'd be taking... No, I would have died without the healing. All right, Jasmine gives us a redraw. Cyrus wins on the spot. Oh, it's enough of this one for today. Let's roll an ad break, and we're gonna build our next viewer deck. We have a request to build a grass deck, not playing Executor. Maybe it's time to shuck it up, chat. Everybody's been asking for a Shuckle. Let's load it up just to say we did it, huh? Have an advert. We're gonna shuck with Shuckle when we get back. Aw, shucks. If you're enjoying us, on the YouTube side, make sure you tap the like button. Keep that Pokemon Pocket content coming with a little bit of engagement. Don't go anywhere, gamers. How's it going, gamers? We've hit the quirky and unique, but not quite as powerful as some other deck highlights portion of the season, featuring 18 Trainer Scarbory today. If you're looking for a deck list that's hyper consistent, does the same thing game in and game out, this is an excellent choice for you. Scarbory in tandem with Jasmine, Pokemon Center Lady, Steel Aprons, and a couple potions on the top can sustain like few other cards can sustain right now. It's not uncommon for this character to take 230 point hits from an opposing Giratina and just keep on trucking along for 70 plus points of damage per turn. If you enjoy off-meta decks like this one being explored, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Should we say the upcoming ones will be highlighted here. For the rest of the day, have fun with this one. I'm hiding in my shell right now, yep. Shuckle, Superior Celebina. It sounds trash. I'm gonna play a trash deck. We're gonna go all the way. Let's play. I'm thinking Shuckle Venusaur. I'm thinking Shuckle Venusaur. Oh, that's true. I forgot Decidueye was in this game. That's probably significantly less trash. All right, we'll do Shuckle Decidueye. How dare you speak the truth, Jeff? I know. It's very rude. Oh, I'm blanking on what the middle evolution's called. Dartrix. You know, the other bird. I was like, it feels like I have too many deck slots. There weren't Pokeballs in here yet. You can add Pokemon from related cards now. No shot. Look at that. Look at that. That's wonderful. I was today years old. Yeah, favoriting all your common use trainer cards is busted, chat. It's very, very good. I need to cut one card here. What are we cutting? Oh yeah, there's a new deal extra damage thing too, right? Ichue? Oh wait. I still have favorite sparks. Oh, and I have a full art, so we should definitely play at least the full art. We should just cut the middle evo. I mean, honestly, Pokemon communication is probably better than the Dartrix. And then is it cut? I guess I could give up the X speed. I don't know. I kind of like being able to pivot into Shuckle. We have pretty low energy costs though. We're over 50% to start on Shuckle anyways, and sometimes starting on Decidueye is fine, yeah? Alright, let's do this. Tron, thank you for the over 5 years. Good morning. Fighting some friends here. Dive in on that one. Oh, I guess the healing here is pretty annoying, huh? And ultimately, it didn't matter where we skill dive because they could heal anything. Noise silver. These are my cards. Okay. Shouldn't you do that in the other order? Like I'd be a lot worse off right now if swap around here. Time to get shucked up, Espeon. Our lack of stage 1 in the deck definitely punishing here. Slide a cape out onto here, so that way it doesn't die to the bolt next turn. Only hitting one heads here is unfortunate, because it means that Decidueye can't pierce the pain next turn. We can only Razor Leaf. Of all the decks, I thought I'd open Twitch and see today Shuckle was not on my list. Well, to be fair, we've hit the playing bad decks portion of the season. Oh, my opponent totally just got shucked up by Solid Shell. They did not realize they weren't knocking us out there. What a wasted EV bag. Get wrecked, gamer. Shucks to be you. They could be holding Guzma. If they were holding Guzma, this would still die without the extra 10 damage on it, so it's still a mistake. $20% to top deck how and clear this Espeon out. There's no other Pokemon in my deck, right? So if I communicate, this Decidueye comes back to me. And I should do this because... Oh, shoot. I forgot there was a second Decidueye. I was thinking I just wanted to burn it out. Forgot we had baby Decidueye. That was a mistake then. So probably gonna be alright, but... Oh, I don't have to click on the only thing that has damage on it anymore. That's nice. I wanted to get the communication out of my deck in the event of red card and Mars, but... So, back Espeon, still very dead to pierce the pain. Well, Lily first, because it's the more narrow option. We'll slide this out. Yeah, go put a Leaf Cape on. Pierce the back line for 2 points. Should we trade Baby Decidueye for Dartrix for consistency? So, that gives up consistency in other spots, right? It makes you less likely to have a stage 2. And I think this is a good example of a card that's going to be good in non-Oricorio matchups while also giving you a clean answer to Oricorio. So it's like, this deck, as someone who regularly advocates for just punch your Oricorio matchup, this is a textbook really good example of you should absolutely be playing the Oricorio answer because it's minimal cost. I'm gonna Erica here, so that way we don't get got by another Cyrus if it's one of their last 2 cards. That's like our lose condition at this point, either Cyrus or Sabrina. They have a EV bag in their deck still, yeah. One of their 2 cards. We're 50% to draw how and end the game. Assuming they don't retreat. But they should be cooked regardless, even if we miss the 50%er. Narrator, he did in fact miss the 50%er. You can run, but you can't hide from the bird. This unironically seemed kind of fine, yeah? Ground out all of their cards. Yes, how only adds damage to the active Pokemon, so can't add Pierce the Bane on the bench. Not all heroes wear cape chat, but this Rowlet certainly does. Oh, I think I'm chilling on the cape for another Rowlet. We'll see. Hey, Mark, thanks for the membership on the YouTube side. Those bits of direct support are a big part of why I'm able to do this as a job. Thanks for keeping me around. I'm gonna let this take one more hit. One more draw to candy. I'm gonna put 10 more on the Oricorios, that way if they have a cape, it still dies to this in 1. piece of candy. Why wouldn't you put the energy on Rowlet there? Shuckle only needs one, and you may want to candy the back Rowlet on your next turn. So the reason why I put the energy on the Shuckle there was because if I missed the candy this turn, I was going to retreat into the Shuckle, and I wanted to be able to retreat back out of it while putting a second energy on here later. So it does mean that I can't retreat into this one this turn, which is unfortunate, but I think my line is still correct. Good beat. That's fine. Shuckle's about to jump up here and shuck him up. One in 7 to draw rare candy, 100% to clear him with Shuckle. Shuckle misunderstood the assignment. Alright, 1 in 6 to draw candy. I'm not dead yet. Alright, so our cumulative variance says we're due to hit 3 heads here now, yeah? Dead Desirous. Which is likely given they haven't played one yet and they don't have basic Pokemon in their hands. Classic chode behavior here for our opponent. Taking multiple extra game actions that they didn't need to take before finally taking their play that wins the game. You can take the emotes away from the player, but you can't take the toxicity out of them. Like a little Dark Raiho action here for our opponent. There are a few of these builds playing Snorlax as their Ho-Oh card they're enabling. Gravel, thanks for the brand new Prime support. There's a ton of great people you can send that to every month on Twitch. Thanks for sending it this way. Keeping me around. I think I'm actually not going to research here because I already have Candy plus Decidueye, and there's just no reason to make my hand bigger. Mark some damage on Darkrai here. Give us some options with Decidueye next turn. And when I put the lead energy on Ho-Oh here, we'll go ahead and Decidueye, crack it for 80. We have an extra 30 with How next turn if we need it, but this Ho-Oh should be dead to rights either way. And if they split the difference and put the energy on the Darkrai, I might hit it with Pierce the Pain next turn. What do we think of hitting their Darkrai in the back this turn? I think I'm kind of into it, yeah? We want to set ourselves up to just pick them off. No reason to give them a free retreat here. And for reference, How only impacts damage to the active. It's like Giovanni. So, I could not have killed the Darkrai there with it. Was not an option. Oh no! Shoot! They red carded me. Ugh. We were ahead, but we're in a tough spot now. It's correct to kill the Ho-Oh first, yeah? Because there aren't combination of cards that can get the Darkrai out of Pierce the Pain range, but there are combinations of cards that can get the Ho-Oh out of Pierce the Pain range. I'm pretty sure once we clear the Ho-Oh, it's checkmate, yeah? Dude, they would need, like, double potion Pokemon Center Lady Cape to not get the Darkrai check next turn. Like, four very specific cards. Yeah, just cooked. The Decidueye EX is a fun card. Yeah, I think we're gonna do like we did yesterday, and we'll do async lobbies for the first hour or so of Once Upon a Galaxy, and then we'll do the last half hour to 45 minutes with some viewer lobbies. I think is my plan. Digging for rare candy plus Decidueye here. I'm gonna dive bomb the Eevee in the back, because if we get our combination of cards together next turn, we can go ahead and clear this for 2 points. All right, any Pokemon gives us a redraw for communication. And then, honestly, I think when we hit here, they're probably just cooked, yeah? Because I get to... yeah, they're actually just leaving. Because I get to clear their energy lead, and then they're down 2 energies. The game is over. Good night, sweet prince. Jeff, please don't make me open for Shuckle. LOL. As you saw in that game, Shuckle was the hard carry. With all these EXs, do you think we could see Tauros from Mythic Island alongside babies? Yeah, maybe. Because baby Pokemon do like going into another one-pointer. That could be worth exploring. I'm actually really surprised at how sweaty the games are inside of Master Ball, given that people can't fall out of Master Ball now. I was definitely expecting a more casual vibe when we made it to Master Ball, and it has not been. It has been just a steady, constant flow of the same type of stuff. I'm gonna put out both these Leaf Capes to make it less appealing to Red Card and Marza, since our hand is good. If my hand was bad, if I didn't have Candy and Decidueye, I would hold at least one of the Capes to make them want to mess with my hand more. But I'm gonna play them out here because doggy, get shucked up. Yes, my anecdotal metagame has not been meaningfully different post Master Ball. which I was expecting it to change and be less competitive. All right, good EV draw from the opponent. Can we keep up? I decided this morning to put $100 into the machine. I blame you. And I got 2 immersive Lugias. I still blame you. What's going on, Red? Thank you for the biddies. Hope you're having fun with Pocket. It's a good expansion. All right, they still red carded us anyways. Sometimes that's just how it goes. All right, red card into silver. When you combine the two together, they look pretty all right. It's gonna take them 3 attacks to get through Shuckle though, with the cape on it, so that's nice. Only take 60 per. I'm waiting for an EX to Decidueye in this matchup. I have 2 EX Decidueye and a communication that's almost guaranteed to fight EX Decidueye. Not quite. We have one what's it called left. I need to hit my Decidueye soonish. We're 50% to find it. We're better than... No, I have even by the research. Ooh, that's a full heal there, yeah. All right. That's a hit. I don't think there's any reason to how in advance. Oh, would how in advance means if they shuffle, I'd still kill them with Pierce the Pain, yeah? Yeah. Yeah, I should have howled, because then they'd be dead still. That could cost me the game here. That could easily cost me the game. Didn't matter. It does matter. Just take me 2 of these now. They're through 1 EV bag. They have a Pokemon Center lady. Weird shuffle. My deck is Rare Candy, Lily, Erica. Second, Cyrus runs us down if I don't top deck Erica or Lily. They haven't played their second EV bag yet. I should play around the second EV bag. Sabrina EV bag gets us. Alright, I need rare candy. I need rare candy. Alright, dead to second Sabrina, second Cyrus. Only one EV bag is uncommon. Yeah, they had to fit in red card and silver. You can't. You gotta give up something to put these cards in your deck, shit. They are not free. And one or two of these cards is a baby evolution. And another one's a Pokemon research. This game's a great example of a game they lost because they're playing silver and red card and not better utility cards. Alright, well this deck has solidly exceeded expectations. We're definitely gonna play a little bit more of it after the ad break. I'm going to run to the restroom while that happens. We'll throw the deck list on the screen for those that want it. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Don't go anywhere, gamers. If you're watching on the YouTube side, you're enjoying seeing us explore new decks, make sure you tap the like button. Doesn't cost you anything. It helps the content reach some more people. Shout out to our submitter today for this one, Comic Games. Does Jeff Evick ever consider silver worthwhile? Nope. You will not see me play silver, red card, or Mars in any of my decks. They have far too likely of a chance to do absolutely nothing when you play them. And I'd much rather have cards like Erica, or Lily, or Leaf Cape, or any of the other good utility cards that have a really large impact when you play them. How could Meowscarada perform in the current metagame? I don't know. I don't think Meowscarada is seeing zero play because it's good and nobody likes it. So I haven't played any games with it yet, but personally, it's one of those things where I would be kind of surprised. And it doesn't seem like it got any new cards from the new expansion. Arizona iced tea costing 99 cents has survived the Great Recession, COVID, supply chain breakdowns, 2022 inflation, but Trump tariffs might finally do it in. Because as a reminder out there, if you're one of the dumbest mother truckers on the planet that doesn't understand this, tariffs are a tax on the American people. They're a tax on the country leveraging them. And Trump's tariff fiasco is the largest tax increase on the American population in my lifetime, potentially ever. Because as always is the case, every accusation is an admittance of guilt. When Trump and the Republicans ran last year on the platform of Harris and the Democrats want to raise your taxes, they were always going to be the one to raise your taxes. And they ran on a platform of wanting to raise taxes with tariffs. He was never quiet about it. Deeply stupid, bigoted people didn't believe him. Okie dokie artichoke. Psychic Grass Energy. Are they cooking, or has the Ralph Wiggum deck editor just cost him here a little bit? Must be a Leafeon deck, yeah. I need to put an energy on the Shuckle to retreat it, so I might as well get attacking with it. Let's just get this in while the getting is good before it can get torn out of our hand. Grab the last basic out of our deck. Poor Shuckle. So, Leafeon really doesn't have a fantastic lineup in terms of its damage into Shuckle, right? Because it's going to take them 3 more hits to clean this out at 50 a pop. So we can take a hit, attack, energy, take a hit, and then switch to Decidueye. Yeah, I would assume the opponent's playing in a low in eggs deck with that execute on their bench here. That assumes no EV bag or Geo. Sure, but then they're expending extra resources to make that happen, right? Appreciate all the well actuallys in chat, but don't be the way you are, gamers. Be better. Alright, so I think the game plan here is heal this up to 160. And then I'm gonna Razor Leaf this Sylveon. And then they'll slide this up and we'll Pierce the Pain, clear one of these, and then they'll clear this, then we'll find the other rare candy to Pierce the Pain, clear the other. Erica plus Cape means I'm just good to go, yeah? So this is 140 and then this puts me out of range again. Now we just take our shots. Oh, you know what? I should actually pierce the Leafeon, I think, because that one can be Erica. We're probably fine either way, but I think I'm supposed to pierce the Leafeon first here. All right, into the Greninja Meat Grinder. I'm gonna wait to research until next turn since we already have candy in hand. Eevee is here to collect, gamers. I think I actually want to skill dive the Froakie and just pass again. Say what? Well, that's unexpected. My win streak was ended by a Misty. You got me. GG. I just assumed they were on Sylveon. I just assumed they were on Sylveon Tina. I don't think we ever play around that in a million years. So long. Win streak, I hardly knew you. Is it ever worth holding your research? I mean, you literally just watched me play a game where I held my research, so very clearly I feel the answer to that question is yes. We call that inferred statement. Use your deductive reasoning, gamer. I need to reach Master Ball so I can stop facing the same 5 decks. Honestly, there really hasn't been more variety in Master Ball versus Ultra. It's been almost identical. I know we just played against a Glaceon out of left field, but there were occasional ones like that in Ultra as well. It's been mostly Buzzwole, Darkrai, Espeon here still too. I'll put the cape on Rowlet for now. I'm gonna wait to Candy, though, because I think I'd prefer a Decidueye EX to this matchup. Golden Chicken, thanks for the 27 months. Welcome back. Lovely. I'm gonna hold on to this Erica because Erica plus Cape means that Decidueye can survive 2 big beats. So I don't think it's worth Erica-ing Shuckle to let it survive a Lusamine big beat next turn. It's fine. It wasn't getting the knockout anyways. Is it crazy? Call me, baby. To pivot to Rowlet so that way I can pierce the Pain the Buzzwole next turn? Because I don't have any points, so they can't threaten a Lusamine yet. I think I like this. I'm gonna go ahead and swap this. I think I Erica the Decidueye to play around stuff like Giovanni and Red here on the big beat. Hey, Hortport, thanks for the brand new Prime support. Appreciate you taking a couple of buckaroos from Jeffrey Bezos and sending them my way. There's the copy of Red we were playing around. Would like another one of our healings or a rare candy. Lovely. Now, they can Lusamine plus flip heads on Celesteela here to clear Decidueye. Oh, they can also just have Lusamine second Buzzwole, yeah. Rats. 2 research for redraws and a rare candy in my deck that are lethal. Well, I mean, we're not dead on board, technically. Probably dead, but not dead on board. Paper dead to Big B. Gamers, we have a very solid shell here. We have a very solid shell. Imagine not understanding what Meta Powerhouse Shuckle does. If we'd have had first energy advantage that game, I think we win it. Our deck is definitely a deck that very heavily wants first energy advantage. And we wanted first energy, we were missing first energy advantage, and we still had draws at the end there to potentially win it. That means we need a specific Decidui here. It also takes Oricorio forever and a half to get through a Shuckle, which is nice. Come on, Shuckle, one time. Shuckle just refuses to kick the baby. Lore accurate Shuckle. It's true, you know. Hey, look, it's a whole nother turn for Shuckle against Oricorio. Hey, thanks, bud. Appreciate you. I have to spend my energy. Spend my energy to retreat anymore. It's optimal to snipe the back Oricorio here, because sniping the front one lets them put Pichu up and gives them a free retreat. Call the ambulance, but certainly not for us. Are you supposed to kill the Pichu? probably doesn't matter. I'll be able to grab it later. They're gonna zap me down to 110, and then we'll finish the backline here in a little bit. The healing shall continue until morale improves. It honestly feels really good to bully Oricorio players. They deserve it. They exist to bully other people. Decidueye EX is an incredibly powerful Pokemon Pocket card that is capable of putting games on its back and carrying them across the finish line all on its own. When you combine it with Leaf Cape and Ericas and Lilies and even the occasional How for a bigger bit of burst damage, you run a lot of people out of the game before they can even get set up, and they can't even retreat out of it since you pierce the pain into their bench. We also get to play a copy of Baby Decidueye very cleanly to get us stage 2s more consistently with Rare Candy early and give us a nice answer to Oricorio. Shuckle EX is a card that after playing it in this deck, I have to say I actually have a higher opinion of it than when I went into it. It's really what I would describe as a meat and potatoes type card. While it's not going to be the superstar carrying a deck, it does just give you a nice amount of consistency. It puts up some chip shots worth of damage. Its Shell Shock plus its relatively high HP lets it sustain quite a bit. And when you mix in a Leaf Cape or an Erica, it really can buy us a lot of time in games where our Decidueye doesn't come together quickly. Most importantly, past all of this though, is Shuckle is a basic Pokemon, meaning playing this meat and potatoes consistency card only takes up 2 slots in our deck, meaning even though we're a stage 2 deck playing another basic, we still have plenty of room for utility cards. At any rate, if you enjoy off-meta decks like this one being explored inside of Master Ball, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the other upcoming ones that we're going to have here. For the rest of the day, smash the like button if you love Decidueye like me, and have fun with this one. Yeah, Shuckle seems very, very fine. Seems very, very fine. The fact that it's an EX lets you go 2-pointer nicely. It works with Leaf Cape. Do you have a script or is that all ad-lib? That's just ad-lib. I've just been doing this a while. All right, we need to run an ad break. We've got requests to... We have 2 requests left. I think we might have to punt one of them to tomorrow. We have a request to play with Cleffa, and we have a request to play with Swana. I might punt Cleffa's to tomorrow. I kind of want to think on that one. Swana's what I've been meaning to play. Chat, while this ad break runs and I run and grab my lunch, I want you to think on what's the best thing we can pass energy off to Swana from. What do we want to do with Swana? Sell me. Be ready to sell me on something when I get back. BRB. Thank you, Smooth Bag. I appreciate it. Go grab some food. What's Baby Swana called? Oh, I can add it from the related cards now, right? We learned that today. Did you know you can do this, chat? We learned this today. I can scroll down to here. And I can click on Ducklet, and I can add it to my deck right from there. That's so fancy. Quality of life improvements in my Pokemon pocket? It's more likely than you think. This thing's colorless. What's a 3 or 4 energy attacker you want to move our energy onto? Blastoise. I feel like Blastoise is not real. Houndoom. Houndoom only deals like 70 damage, right? Oh, that one popped up. Oh, it's Clink. Clink Clank, someone said. That's awful. That's real bad. What about this guy? Can I play this guy? Big Pika's not a good answer. Big Pika's a finisher, not the thing you switch into early to deal damage with. I don't hate the Luxray call out. That's a fun one. What else would you be doing with it though? What do I cycle Swana onto? What about Starmie? Starmie just does a 2 energy attack on its own. I do Melmetal. Because then I can do Scarbory as a third wheel. I think that might be fine. Oh, the fossil is a fun idea. You just play a fossil behind and then you always have Swana to start. Could do that or Omastar. What does it slide up into things right now? This is just never enough damage to clear an Espeon, right? I guess probably an unfortunate reality about our current metagame. It's the name of my punk rock band anyways, so duck metal it is. Let's do it, gamers. Yeah, you're not beating Buzzwole either. Yeah, Omastar's just banned into 2 of the 3 best decks. The Swana get to juggle the energy back and forth. It's kind of fun. You're like, okay, I hit you with this, then I swapped this, and I hit you with this. Oh, Hobart, if you missed it, you were talking about the Prodigy Victoria hand deck. I actually played a build of the Prodigy Victoria hand deck that had Silver Surf reverse steps in it. You should be sure to check that out. I think it was Monday's highlight on the Jeff Hoagland channel. You're looking for the build. Give me a Melton! I'm so sad. This actually would have been pretty sweet if we'd have had a Meltan. If we'd have had Meltan, we would have gotten to go energy on Meltan, pass 2 to it, and then had Melmetal ready to heavy impact here right away. We just didn't have 1 in 11 cards. Sedge. I see you, Zio. There's a lovely lad. You know, talking about things the Swana could curve into after, we were talking about Mythical Island Tauros earlier today. Maybe there's a Swana baby Tauros deck. It's actually detrimental to attack here because they're gonna heal it with full mouth banner anyways, and if I mark damage on this, they have the option to Elima it next turn. So they're just gonna pick this up with Ilima. I don't know that we have enough damage to punch through all of their stuff is the problem. I think it's this, so that way Ho-Oh. Oh, I had a free retreat there if we put that on there. Dangers of talking and clicking. There's that. There's the Lima. Yeah, Big Bell Metal's only 120. So not quite enough to end the Ho. So I think and honestly, that one energy I missed here is a big deal. Because if I hadn't missed that, if I hadn't accidentally retreated incorrectly with that energy, I could have put a second on here and then moved them onto this Melmetal. Or this Melteon. Now I need to move into Scarbory here. I have one less attacker set up now because of my sequencing mistake. I don't think we have a line from here. Alright, I'm off the Melteon coat. I think I want to try MI Tauros with Swana. I think that sounds fun. Swana into MI Tauros clears a lot of EXs. Hey, Oathbreaker, thank you for the 7 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. It's good to be back. What do I want my other finisher to be? Sky's the limit. It's probably just RCS. It's not exciting, but it's likely the answer. I think I want it to be a basic. It's probably Arceus or Snorlax, although Snorlax I can't pivot out with Leaf. Okay, I think I want a basic with a 3 energy attack. Is it ever Palkia? Palkia is interesting because it's like okay as a lead, but you can't power up Palkia with a Pichu. I think I want whatever I'm doing to power up with Pichu. Mew look like in our current metagame? Not good. It's kind of mediocre against Buzzwole. It's kind of mediocre against Darkrai, and yeah, not good. Poor Mew. Mew being good was so good for the game. It was such an interesting card. Okay, wait. Come on a journey with me. This hits for 50 after you... All right, yeah, I'm in. I've sold myself. I'm done. I've talked myself into it. This is why we scroll. Good chat. Good chat. Well done, everyone. We figured it out. We figured it out. It uses colorless energy too, right? So like Pichu can charge it up. It'll just be psychic energy for the actual deck. Giovanni sounds nice. That way when you free retreat out of Pichu into this, you can kill Eevees in one. Honestly, it might just be a 2K angle. Past that. Probably a Cyrus, actually. We're gonna do some chip shots. Maybe it's like one Sabrina, one Cyrus, one Geo. I like it. I like it. I'm just looking for mostly basic Pokemon, right? So we're gonna research before we Pokeball here. Freaking yikes! Oof. Oof! My hand's pretty bad. Yeah, with the research to boot here as well. Looks lovely. The heads here means if we don't find Swana, the Darkrai trigger KOs us, which would not be great. So good. And again, looking for basic Pokemon, so gonna research. If I hadn't drawn the Swana here, I would ball and then research. But because I hit the Swana, I really wanted to maximize my chance of finding Mewtwo. Or Tauros, one of the two. finish this thing with a Psy Sphere and then Psy Drive to clear the Darkrai? Looking pretty good for our hero gamers. Opponent contemplating which of their life decisions have led them to this point. The answer, opponent, is playing Mars. Mars led you to this point. I'm putting the Pichu out because Pichu means that they can't tempo Sabrina us into not side driving them next turn. Do you have a cape or are we done here? I guess they could have a non-EX basic they could retreat into, but then they don't have any energy and they die. Hey, friend. Dedicate that one to their Mars, both for not being a cape and for fixing our bad hand. Wouldn't have been possible without them. But I was gonna have to work on their Swana Mewtwo matchup. This is another game where, because we have this Swana in my opener, I'm actually just looking to flood the board with basics, so I'm going to research before we play either of these two Pokeballs, because if I find 3 basics, I'd be pretty happy with that. We'd like a duck, maybe even 2 ducks, and a Mewtwo. I want to maximize my shot of having Mewtwo next turn. I loved playing Duck Duck Mewtwo as a kid. Me too. Me too. This is probably not a matchup where Toro says text, "Hey, look, Duck Duck Mewtwo," just like we drew it up. Give ourselves some options for next turn. Swana does a good clean 60 to put Riolu in a box. Hi, goes. Thanks for the almost 3 years. Welcome back. You gonna punch my baby? That'd be pretty rude. Keeps annoying. It means I can't, clear with Swana. Okay, so we can still clear with Mewtwo, though, with the Giovanni. Plus weakness. Just means I'm not set up to side drive. Slide this out. They have Candy Rampardos. I'm a little bit sad. Oh, Candy Rampardos actually wins the game on the spot with Lucario, yeah. That's fine. I think this is the line either way. What about head? All right, gonna be dead to Cyrus. You're one turn late, Leaf. You're one card late. Would have loved to have kept that energy on there. Where am I putting the Feathery Cycle energy? Assume they don't have Cyrus. We can't beat it. So let's think through what our non-Cyrus games look like. I think it's on to the second Swana, yeah? Like, assume they, like, Rampardos or whatever and clear the Swana, and then the second Swana clears the Rampardos. Feathery Cyclone is definitely the type of effect I really enjoy playing, personally, because that's such a feel smart type thing. So many good choices. Yeah, Swana into Swana and just like never risking your energy is kind of sweet for sure. I am also a sucker for a free retreat cost Pokemon. I agree. A lot of bobbing and weaving. And then next turn, if they don't knock this out, I retreat, I hit them, I put an energy on here. I put the energies over to here, and then we're ready to go. Yeah. Yeah, we're still gonna be dead to a Cyrus, but we're good otherwise. They didn't have it last turn. Because this is ready to side drive now because of the Feathery Cyclone. Sweet game either way. Feel like we had a ton of fun choices. Yep, got him. Float like a Swana, stink like a Tauros, something like that. Definitely not a Tauros matchup. It was nice of him to stay buried in our deck. Well, I was planning to move on to Marvel Snap by now, but I don't think I can stop playing this deck until we play a few more games with it. Guess we have no solution. No solution other than to continue playing Pokemon Pocket. We ain't taking an ad break, but this deck is too sweet to put down, so we'll be back in. Back in a couple of minutes. Thanks for hanging out. Don't go anywhere, gamers. If you're watching on the YouTube side, you're enjoying seeing us try sweet combinations of cards. Make sure you tap the like button. It's an easy, free way for you to support and keep me coming back every day. Appreciate the folks that are here watching and giving the engagement. I'll run some of my lunch leftovers upstairs. BRB. Mix up some drink. Need to change the deck name. Nah, it's still Duck Metal in my heart. The OGs who are here since the start of the stream know why it's called Duck Metal. I think Pichu Pawmot could be a good deck. I don't know. I feel like Pawmot is just not a big enough payoff to play a inconsistent rare candy card. Your payoff for a stage 2 just needs to be bigger than that card is. Can I get a Pichu? I can. Lovely. Can I get a duck? Pichu and Mewtwo is still okay, but duck would be better. Best we can do is second Mewtwo, yep. The old crackly toss here. Oh, come on, 40% to be a duck. I think I want to Tauros them. Do I, or is it just Swana would have been perfect? I think Tauros is fine. They go second energy. I switch in Tauros at them for 120. They go third energy. Yeah. Tauros is still fine. No, Tauros kills this before it attacks. And then even if they deal with this, it's only 1 point. I can build Mewtwo in the back. Oh no, not red card, please, don't, stop. Come back. there's any reason to research, right? Not really looking for anything. Okay. Maybe if I'm expecting them to retreat, I should have researched digging for a Cyrus last turn. Alrighty then. Oh, you know what? I should have put the cape on the Tauros, probably, right? I was thinking I wanted Mewtwo to live through a Darkrai chip shot plus a Tina hit, but having this live through two Darkrai shots is better. Got me. Should be fine either way, though, yeah? Yeah, Mewtwo should close here, no problem. We'll put the Pichu up after they chip shot this. Even Cape doesn't save them because I have Geo in hand, yeah? Alright. You have the Cape to go with it? You do not. Cool. This deck is so sweet. You've had some good Swana and now a good Tauros game too. This is just the best Pokemon Pocket expansion they've ever released. Like, it's hard to put into words how good so many of the designs on these cards are. What do you feel? The purpose of Swana is I'm trying to find a good deck for it. You should watch us play games, gamer. We're literally playing with the card down. It's good for passing energy off and never giving your opponent energy when they give a knockout, when they take a knockout. Tor says the opener is kind of poopy, but I do have a leaf. Open to top deck a Pichu right away. Although Mewtwo's not great here, or Tauros is not great here. As you will. think we're cooked, gamers. We're gonna need like a good research into 2 cards to have a shot here, I think. Just kind of bricked on our draw. Not a whole lot to be done. I need like a Swana plus a Mewtwo to have a shot, and even that might not be enough, honestly, when they get their first point for free here. Well, I mean... Nah, we're cooked. Charizard with Swana. Trying to play a stage 2 with your stage 1 is too many slots. I think leveraging Swana needs to be done with basic Pokemon, or maybe a stage 1 at absolute most. But we're playing Tauros and Mewtwo here as the Swana shifts because they're basics. Swana into Tauros is really solid breakpoint. 60 into 120 clears basically every EX in the game, which is nice. I'm gonna Cape the Duck. When my hand is good, I like to play my my capes out aggressively like this, so that way my opponent is less incentivized or gets less value out of their cards that reset my hand. Unfortunate their draw is unfortunate, because ours is sweet. Just have all the options here. Hit it with the Cyclone instead of the Fighting Tackle here, just like we talked about. Does Rayquaza have a chance? Rayquaza could be an okay card to follow up Swana with. I could see that being alright. It fits the kind of mold I'm looking for. It's pretty clean though. They probably didn't realize what Tauros says. I mean, to be fair, it's been a while since most people have seen a Mythical Island Tauros. Do I hold Tauros because they're a fighting deck? I think I might. Although Cleffa means I might want this Tauros, we'll see. Most of the fighting decks right now aren't playing EXs, which means Tauros has kind of diminished returns. All right, we got a range. Oh, do you think they're Cleffa fossils? Wonder if they're Cleffa fossils. I correctly toss onto the ducklet just in case we find this Swana. Now we Tauros? No, now we charge Mewtwo and threaten a side drive. And then with the Sabrina here, we should hopefully be good to go, yeah? Scarf just returns arrow, yeah? Oh, it returns both? Really? Huh. The more you know. I mean, they're still going to be cooked to the Sabrina. Barely, they're just cooked even without it. Our Pichu powering up Mewtwo is no joke, gamers. This deck is won in a lot of different ways. Yeah, it's got a really neat range of game plans. Thanks for that. Thanks for the Swana submission, Dimmer. It was a card that had been on my list to brew around. It's like there's a lot of different ways to approach it. This one's been neat. Top 10,000 badge here. Hope they're ready to get ducked up. I'm gonna Pokeball first, because if I find a Pichu, I think I'm gonna Leaf into it. Oh, if this duck dies, I think I lose the game, but... We just died either stage 1 is the problem. Just don't really have any sequences here that are good for me. They marshed us into a second duck, so we have a chance here, maybe? I need to draw a Mewtwo here. This is too late. I needed the Mewtwo organically. I needed to leaf this turn. It's fine. We're never gonna draw the Mewtwo anyways. Maybe they won't clear the Tauros this turn. Our out is them making a mistake. Let's take a turn to play to it. Very good start for the opponent that game. Not a whole lot to be done. Awkward start for them, good start for us. Or the inverse of that. Awkward start for us, good start for them. Eevee threatening to bite my baby is pretty rude. Tauros, please. Tauros, please. Tauros means if they bite my baby, I kill them in response. Mommy's here and she says, no biting, Eevee! Been very bad. My 1 point threaten you with 120 on the second turn of the game. It's pretty good. Wow, that's rude. Holy, what a counter card. That's so fucking lucky. They have their one of. Bullshit. That's really annoying. They're gonna have a decent match here too into them. Have their one of in the top, whatever. How are they through 10 cards with no research and no Sylveon? What am I missing? Oh, they played a research item. A lot of the Sylveon Espeon decks is someone that's looked at a lot of tournament lists play one copy of that card. Ducklet is. They play both typically, Chocolate Rain. And I put the cape on Mewtwo to discourage them from red carding me. Also gets it to 170, which is a breakpoint against Celebi that's relevant. Gosh, it's been a long time since I, fighting tackled a Tauros into a Celebi. Although maybe that's worse than just Mewtwoing them. It's probably worse than just Mewtwoing them. Mewtwo's guaranteed. One-shots them. I did like a 2-hour sponsored thing for Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel at one point, like a year ago, but no, I never really tried that game. Yu-Gi-Oh! Players seem to be the one group of gamers that hate their game more than Magic the Gathering players hate Magic the Gathering, so... Hey, I represent that remark. That one energy I put on Tauros was pretty wrong. It's fine. With the Giovanni, we should have enough time, but we'd be able to threaten the side drive. We'd be able to side drive with the Geo next turn. Just selling me things, really. It's been a while, but the onion remains the same as ever. Typical Celebi. And if they don't have healing, Cyrus chases it down, so. I think they're gonna KO the duck this time. Do you have an Erica or a potion? What's the play? What's the plan here? Run away! Run away! Okay, you still need a potion to not be cooked to the Cyrus. Ahead, Lynn. Thanks for switching over to a tier 1. I really appreciate the direct support. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're doing all right. Imagine running away from a duckling. Get back here. Yoink. Burst, which makes this duck a little bit less good. We are a fighting deck. Hello, potent. Come on, opponent. Or Kingdom for Shadowverse. That is one thing Shadowverse gets really well done, as their AFK timers are nice and aggressive. They might not actually be here still, right? There's a chance. May or may not want Tauros. We'll see. Or are they back? It doesn't say wait anymore. They're back. Cool. was just thinking I wanted a copy of Leaf to retreat this for free, but that's what Swana does, right? Is like a built-in copy? And then how about we crackly toss onto Swana here? Oh, I can't crackly toss onto Swana. I knew that somewhere in my heart of hearts. I just hope they don't have a cape. I wanted to toss onto this. So I guess, was I supposed to put the energy on here then? Maybe I was supposed to put the psychic on here then, actually. So I could hit with Swana next turn. Because now if they have cape, the Mewtwo doesn't kill it. That's close. Would be worse against Cyrus. It's not a cape. The one copy of Geo has been insane. It's been very, very good for our breakpoints. So they always go up into Tyro first here because the free retreat cost lets them draw their card before they decide where they want to be. If they have another Lucario plus a copy of Red or Giovanni, they could get us here with 3 draws and our own copy of Cape. Nice. Have it all. Are there non-EXs we're worried about breakpoints on? Wondering if Red is better than Tauros to one-shot evolutions without Cape. So, Giovanni lets your Mewtwo hit for 60, which can knock out basics when you're going first with a Pichu. I think makes the Giovanni good. A question people like to ask me is, Jeff, what's your favorite deck to play so far this season? And so far, I haven't had a really good answer. There's been a ton of fun stuff. But with today's deck featuring Swana, I finally have my answer to that question. It is everything I enjoy doing in games like this, bobbing and weaving with free retreat costs and being absolutely clever and tricky with where your energy is going to end up at turn to turn, gives you so many smart and fun choices to make over the course of the game. Mewtwo EX as well as Tauros both felt phenomenal, getting energy ahead of time with Pichu, and Swana setting up its 60 points of damage to start and then moving energy onto something like Tauros allows us to clear out a lot of EX Pokemon really
fairly efficiently. We're playing 2 copies of Leaf just in case either our finishers end up in our starting spot, letting us pivot into things like Swana or Pichu to get those online. And then we've got a spread of Giovanni, Sabrina, and Cyrus to give us utility in different spots and clutch games out where opponents otherwise feel pretty safe. This deck list also gets to leverage the baby Pokemon with Mewtwo when going first for a super clean lead on Pichu, get that lightning energy on Mewtwo, and then crack for 50 on the second turn of the game to let you get aggressive ASAP. You're going to see a huge range of ways that this deck can win in these highlight games. If you enjoy them, smash the button. If you want to make sure you don't miss any other sweet off-meta deck lists being tested in Master Ball like this one, make sure you're subscribed to the channel for the rest of the day. Have fun with this one. That was a little longer than I like it to be, but that was fantastic. We're definitely gonna leave that one in the. We're definitely gonna have to play more of this one in the future. That was a phenomenally fun mixture of cards. This is budget content with no EXs for the curtain. Yep, just need 2 Pichus and some Swanas. Alright, gamers, we've been doing Pocket for 4 hours. I'm gonna go ahead and kick right over to playing a little bit of Marvel Snap-a-Lap for the afternoon. We'll be back with some more Pocket tomorrow morning. Shout out to Dimmer for submitting a Swana build around and it turning into something really sweet. If you've got a specific deck idea or if there's a Pokemon card that you would like to see me build a deck around, we'll be taking more viewer deck submissions tomorrow morning. We'll be kicking off with Pocket again then. If you're watching on the YouTube side, you want to watch some Marvel Snap content, then some Once Upon a Galaxy at the end of the stream, you'll need to kick over to the Jeff Hoagland channel. On the Twitch side, just hang tight. I'm going to roll an ad while I get my game client switched over. Don't go anywhere.